The purpose of the side shift brake is to stop the saw from moving when it's in the cutting position, when it's actually cutting. Eventually though, over a period of time, what's going to happen is this PVC pipe that's on the outside here, and if I take this all off now, I'll show you how it all works. In between the PVC pipe and the steel pipe will build up with sawdust, resin, all sorts of things will build up inside in between the two. When that happens, what happens then is, and also at the same time, any grease that's in between the PVC pipe and the steel also dries out and disappears. So you've got a combination of the grease drying out and becoming non-existent. You've got sawdust building up inside there, and you've got resin building up inside. Now this machine's only done 0.9 of an hour, so you can't expect too much to be in there when we pull this to pieces. I'll just move that battery back a little bit so I can slip the bolt through. Slip the side shift brake out. When you take this out, that just simply slides off of there, and you can pull the two apart. There's not a lot. You can see there's very little dust starting to build in there at the moment, but it is starting to build up. Over a period of time, the dust will become greater than the grease, and at that stage, the two will sort of bond together, and instead of the PVC pipe binding onto the aluminium and then the steel cam slipping inside the PVC pipe, what will happen is the two will bind together, and when you go to lock the cam down, the PVC pipe will start rotating on the aluminium up underneath here. Over a period of time, your PVC pipe will wear flat in one spot, the machine will get loose and start to slide all over the place, so you'll tighten it up a little bit more, and eventually what you're going to do is, one, wear away on the PVC pipe, two, you also wear away on the aluminium. Once you've worn that aluminium, it's going to be very difficult to keep that tight all the way along there, because it's going to vary, the thickness will vary along there, and the cam won't be locking down tight the whole time. So to prevent any of that from happening, every 50 hours and or when it becomes tight, and you'll know when it becomes tight because you'll start to hear a grinding sound as the PVC pipe grinds away on the aluminium. You will hear that noise. And the other thing that will tell you that it's getting tight is the palm of your hand in here from pushing down will also start to get sore. So when you feel it's getting tight, or every 50 hours, pull it to bits, clean any residue that's on it off, clean the PVC pipe out, preferably if you had a rag it'd be really good, but clean the PVC pipe out and then apply a small amount of grease back onto the surface. So we just get a little bit of grease, smear a bit of grease back down inside the PVC pipe, not on the outside, on the inside. Put the two back together again, fit that back up to the cradle.
And then once a week, just give that a light pump of grease, which goes inside the PVC tube. Make sure that you don't over-grease it. Keep that PVC tube nice and clean.
Put that back in underneath there. Just drop it on that there. Make sure that that bolt comes back out through there like that. Always fit this one back on, but don't do it up tight. Just do it up so that it's finger tight, just to get rid of any movement that way. Put the top one on and wind this up until it starts to grab. You can see it's starting to grab there now. So we do it up a little bit. What I do to test this is I now come over. I don't use this. This is a winch, so you don't want to try and turn it with that. Just come over to the roller over here on the side here and see if you can, when you turn that, whether it slides. And I'm only getting the smallest amount of movement out of that, so I think that's tight enough. So at that point, once I've got it to that stage there, I tighten it up. If you find that you're having trouble getting it to hold, another thing that you can do is get yourself a bit of sandpaper, grab your PVC pipe, and just simply rough that up a little bit. Run the sandpaper over it and scruff the surface up like that. And if you do that, you'll be amazed what a difference that makes up here to this thing sliding around.